Harris shares childhood memories of India. Vice President's emotional note on National Grandparents' Day. Shares old photo with her grandparents. Harris recalls long walks with grandfather. Harris says her grandfather played critical role in her upbringing. VP remembers discussing equality and fighting corruption. Harris recalls grandmother's activism. On the occasion of National Grandparents' Day, Vice President Harris took the opportunity to reflect on the deep impact her grandparents had on her life and values. Recalling her childhood visits to India, Harris shared personal anecdotes about the time spent with her grandparents and highlighted their influence in shaping her commitment to public service and justice. The Democratic Party presidential candidate shared a throwback photograph that shows her with her grandparents, as she remembered the conversations she had with her grandfather. Harris fondly recalled how her maternal grandfather P.V. Gopalan played a central role in her upbringing. Harris said that during her visits to India, her grandfather would take her on morning walks where they would discuss significant issues, such as fighting for equality and battling corruption. Vice President also spoke of her grandmother, whose activism left a lasting impression on her. Harris said her grandmother was deeply involved in women's empowerment and traveled across India to speak with women about accessing birth control, among other issues. Kamala Harris credits her grandmother's dedication to social causes as another cornerstone of her upbringing. Remember, Harris traces her roots to India's Tamil Nadu through her mother's side of the family. Her mother Shyamala Gopalan was born in a small village in Tamil Nadu. Shyamala moved to the United States at the age of 19 to pursue her master's degree and eventually became a cancer researcher and civil rights activist. In 2021, when Harris was sworn in as the Vice President of the United States, there were massive celebrations in her ancestral village in India. Kamala Harris is currently running for the U.S. presidency in the upcoming election, with Republican Donald Trump as her primary opponent. Her campaign has emphasized her commitment to fighting for equality, justice, and public service. Remember, with U.S. presidential polls less than 2 months away, the race for the White House is heating up. A pre-poll survey by the New York Times and Siena College shows former President Trump leading Harris by 1 point. According to the survey, 48% of voters said they would vote for Trump compared to 47% who said they would back Harris in November polls. But these numbers are well within the margin of error.